Speaking about alcohol, let's say I got an advice for people they don't drink, but they don't want to look too religious to others. Let's say, because I certainly don't like if somebody like, anyways, if somebody wants to go out or somewhere, just go drink 2 up to 3 beers. You're not gonna get drunk, and it's a good solution. It's not bad if you just get 2 beers just to show that you can drink, but not to the state you get drunk.
Just to show that you. Well, even if it were that simple, I would say no. You're. If I go around telling people to, or well, simply put, you're setting a bad example for people. You are reinforcing the belief that drinking is okay. Even if you weren't getting drunk as a result of drinking 2 beers, which actually you are, even the smallest bit of alcohol, it makes you the smallest bit drunk. It's not a there's not a there's not a line where
Yeah.
suddenly whoops, now I'm drunk. It comes gradually based on how much poison you
You're
already
not
have.
gonna get drunk if you have
But do you understand what
two.
I'm saying? There is no such thing as drunk. Drunk is just a line in the sand. The more you drink, the more drunk you are. It's not a line where suddenly, whoops, I'm drunk. Up until this point, I was fine, but suddenly, boom, I'm drunk. No, it's not like that. It's poison. So it poisons you.
Yeah,
If you
yeah,
have a little bit of poison, you're a little bit poisoned. I mean, I'm
yeah,
talking from experience. I've been there. I'm a bit of a lush myself, but I've been. I can hear where that person's coming from, saying so hungover they don't have much to add to the discussion. Pickled. So
yeah. It's always unpleasant. It's always unpleasant when somebody asks me to drink
but
something,
there's so
and
much
I
more
say,
to it than that as well. There's the crowd that you're hanging out with. You're hanging out with people who are drinking as well, and you're encouraging it. You're engaged in this situation. But
I
the person
mean, it's very hard. I
draws.
mean, because in real life, like, let's say you meet with your friends and they really got nothing else to do than get drunk.
Mhm.
And it's just kind of pathetic when you see that you can't deal with your social life in the Buddhist way, really, because people are just, you know what? I mean, let's go and get drunk, or let's smoke weed. But weed is alright because it's not messing you. I mean, it doesn't give you. It might show you some reality at least. Might show you that your
But what?
mind
Are
is
you
going.
talking about marijuana?
Yes, 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 yes.
Show you
So
reality.
I mean, it might show you, it might show you some
There.
sort of, I mean, some people say, hey, no, some people say, oh, I don't smoke really because I don't feel good. I say, you know what? Because every day, that's how you feel every day, really. That's what I think. So I think that marijuana is not that bad in social life.
Yeah, I mean, if social life is the goal, it's not that
Well,
bad.
it's not a goal. I mean, uh, I don't have need for social life, but sometimes you have in front of you a situation that you basically become a loner. You know what I
Sounds
mean?
wonderful.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, what are people gonna think about me? You know what I mean?
Ah, well, that doesn't sound very skillful thought.
Yeah, it doesn't sound very good, but I want them to think that I'm normal. You know what I mean? Like,
Is that a skillful thought or an unskillful thought? Is that a skillful desire or an unskillful desire?
you see, I stopped drinking long time ago, but if somebody asked me, I came to conclusion like I'd rather have 2 beers and have it be off my back. That why I don't drink and why this,
Wow,
it's
you
always
would open up a whole new line of conversation if you could talk to people about. No, a great reason if people want to avoid that kind of thing, you could say it's because I want to take care of the other people who are drinking. Be the designated driver, for example. because I'm much happier when I can take care of people, when I'm in full control of my senses. What an opportunity you're missing by becoming drunk to, well, to laugh at drunk people, I suppose, but no, to help, or to be the designated driver, for example. But you're in the wrong crowd if you've got a, if your friends can't, what was this thing? If your friends can't have fun without drinking, you need new friends.
I mean, that's about I'm talking about population here. I'm not talking about friends. I'm talking about few people. I'm talking about
Most people.
the whole society.
Lots of good people. Look at the people here. We're not drinking.
No.
Owen doesn't
Yeah, I
drink.
know. That's
I
what.
don't drink.
That's why I'm
drink.
here.
Oh, there you go. Find a better society.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there's more to it than that. Really, the key is when you drink 2 beers, you become 2 beers drunk. It's a bad idea. And you.
Sorry about it, but if you have really light beers,
Don't
like
be sorry about it. I'm not.
yellow ones, then
just stating that it's a shame in many ways, because it what it does to your mind and your idea of what's right and so on, and the dulled state that it brings to drink,
yeah.
and the opportunities that are missed to change your life, to change your society, that would be forced by having to confront this, by having to draw the line in the sand and say, no, I won't cross this.
Yeah, but I got no problem. I'm so confident about it because I mean.
Well, then start those conversations.
I don't want to. I mean.
Start the conversation.
No.
Say, I don't drink, and here's the reason why.
Yeah, but it sounds like it makes me feel like I'm odd. You know what I mean? Like.
Choose the path. Choose the path that you want to follow. If you want to follow the social life, the friends and everything along those lines, then follow the path.
Yeah.
If you want to follow the Buddha's teachings and follow that path, you have to make a choice. You can't have a bit of one and a bit of the other.
Yeah.
That's the choices.
I don't have. You see, I wasn't drinking for 2 years. I stopped drinking 2 years ago, and I committed myself to this because I used to drink a lot. I'm from Poland. I started drinking vodka when I was 11, so I know quite a lot about drinking. Not to mention my family and many other families. But I'm confident to that point that I can drink and still and by no means enjoy it. So, and I was like, I was so, after 2 years not drinking, my mate asked me like, hey, let's go have you, because he had some problem with something, and let's have some, I help you, and let's go and have a time, have a good time, have some beers. And I drank these 2 beers, 3 beers. And I was like, I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it, you know?
Yes,
I mean, I didn't like
it. You're only talking from within your own. I'm sorry, I don't mean to sound too hard, but I just like to argue.
Yeah.
I don't mean to come down on you, but just the point that I would observe is that we can only look at our own position. We can only look from our own position. We can't look from outside and see what actually is going on. And I would be willing to bet, and I'm not trying to be hard or like some religious person saying, no, bad, you, but I'd be willing to bet, just as a, kind of a friendly wager, that if you did go to the extent of not drinking those 2 beers, or let's talk about someone who does that on a weekly basis, say, because for you it might just be whenever the occasion occurs. But suppose someone said, well, every weekend I have a couple of beers with my friends, that if they stopped doing that, it would change their life in some meaningful way, maybe not huge, profound way, but in a meaningful way. By stopping that, their life would change. Their mind would be affected, and moreover, their surroundings would be affected. The other people would be affected. their whole life would change. So the rules are sikapada, they're rules of training, or they're paths of training. They're for the purpose of leading you onward. They're not to just maintain the status quo and not go to hell. They're a means of enlightening you. Sila paribhavito samating mahapalohoti mahapalahoti mahanisansa, or something. The concentration that comes from morality. Morality is what leads to concentration, and the concentration which comes from morality, that is properly developed, is of great benefit.